Hello and welcome to this Ride1Up tutorial on putting together some fenders. Let's jump right in. I've laid out the hardware for the front fender on the left and the rear fender on the right. Let's start by assembling the rear fender. First up, let's take the bracket arm and sandwich it in place. The straight plate goes in the inside of the fender, and this double washer with a hump in the middle cradles the center of the bracket on the outside. Sweet! On the ends of the bracket, we can put these attachment arms, which will connect to the bike. There's a little nut and bolt combo that fits into the plastic casing. There's a chance that these actually rattled out of place when shipping, and it's okay to just put them right back together. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble the front fender while we're at it. The front fender goes together in the same way. However, on the ends of the bracket, we can attach these two circular mounts. Don't screw these in very tight quite yet. We're just keeping them here to put them in place. Also, save yourself a lot of headaches and keep the head screw facing outside instead of in towards the wheel. All right, we've got the fenders assembled. Let's go ahead and attach them to the bike. For the rear fender, we're going to go ahead and flip the bike over and take off the back wheel. We have a detailed video in the description below if you'd like some pointers. Now that we have open access, let's attach the inside screw here on the underside of the seat. The next one gets mounted just behind the pedals. Go ahead and get these two screws in pretty well, and then let's put the back wheel back in place and flip the bike back to normal. The last step for the rear fender is to attach the adjustable arms, which get mounted right here on these mounting points. If you're curious, these other points are for mounting a rear basket. Now we can go ahead and tighten up the plastic arms to make everything nice and snug. Okay, now let's go ahead and verify our work by spinning the wheel a little bit. If we hear rubbing from the tire on the fender, it might be a little bit too left or too right. First, we have to double check that the wheel is installed correctly first, and if that's sound, then we can actually manually bend the bracket for the fender to get it in just the right spot. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the front fender, which is actually a lot easier. We can actually keep the bike upright the entire time. All we got to do is slide in the fender on the back of the fork and screw it in place. You can use the screw that's already there holding a light, or the included hardware if you don't have a light. From here, we open up the circular mounts and clip them around the front fork. Before getting it too tight, we'll double check the fitment and make sure that the wheel spins without too much noise. Just like the rear fender, we can bend the arms or move the plastic mount to get just the right spot. Okay, now that it's tightened down, spinning without issue, we are good to go. Thanks for watching this video on mounting the fender. If you need additional support, feel free to reach out to our support team.